Hello! Welcome to the first episode of Talks with Jenny. Don't throw a score! um, hello! Welcome to the first episode of Talks with a Redhead Girl with me, a redhead girl, Cherry Jenny. And yeah, I hope you stick around. Hi! Okay, so welcome. I have all my notes written down about what I want to talk about. So, hi. I'm really nervous about this, but who cares? What's the worst that's gonna happen? No one will watch? Oh wow. So hi, I'm Jenny. I'm a teenager from North Wales and I struggle with my mental health. And I have since I was about 11 years old. And I've been kind of at a really low point. So I'm doing this for my own sake and to do something with my time because I'm going crazy. Um, so yeah, I've struggled with my mental health since I was about 11 years old, which was after I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which is sort of where it all started. I got diagnosed with diabetes just before high school, and yeah, and COVID hit when I was in year 8, and that completely fucked me up. Because I was already struggling with social anxiety and depression throughout year 7. Um, and self harm as well. And then COVID hit halfway through year 8, and that really fucked that up. And then after year 8, I was in a really bad relationship that got progressively worse. And then I got into another really awful relationship. So my mental health has been on a roller coaster of a journey for the past 7 years, really. And yeah, I figured because I'm just sat in my house, I may as well do something. So I've decided that this is what I'm gonna do because I what right. I'm working on my tattoo portfolio, but obviously I can't get the tattoo apprenticeship until I'm 18. So I need to wait a little bit. So I'm just doing this instead because I can't work because of my mental health. So why not talk about it? So yeah, I just this is mainly just talk about like the struggles of high school and relationships and growing up with mental health problems as well as physical health problems. um I think it's good to talk about these things and to share your experiences and you know talk about it with people, even if it's just at camera, it's still talking about it. But yeah, so as I said, when I started high school, I struggled really bad with social anxiety and depression, and my social skills weren't the best. I spoke to quite a few people, but I wasn't really friends with a lot of people. Um, and that was sort of the same throughout the whole of high school. I knew a lot of people, but I wasn't really friends with a lot of people. Um, and yeah, I really struggled until COVID hit. And then I thought it was a really good thing personally. I really enjoyed being in the house all the time because I didn't have to leave my house, which was the worst part of my day, was having to leave my house and go and socialize because I hated it. My anxiety was awful. So yeah, COVID hit and it was kind of okay, but then I did start to feel very lonely because, being locked in the house and not being allowed to leave and, not talking to people or having any like human contact, it's quite damaging to a young child. Well, a young teenager, because you kind of need to learn how to communicate and socialize during that time. And we didn't really get the best chance to. So I that really affected me. Um as well as I was already under cams in year 7 and they weren't very helpful. They thought I was kind of just doing it for attention because I was so young and yeah. So they didn't really listen to me for a while. And then when COVID hit, I obviously wasn't seen by them. And then once everything started to open up again and we went back into school, I needed to be back in the cams. And I wasn't being seen by anyone because my case coordinator was off and no one picked up her case. So I was just left in a corner to collect dust, basically. Um, and then I got put with Dan, and Dan has been my counselor for the whole time. And he's the best. He's brilliant. He is everything I could ask for in a therapist, and we love Dan. And I was put into DBT. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've not got to the DBT part yet. So I'm under Dan. I'm only seeing him once a month at this point because again they're not really taking me that seriously. But Dan is. Dan is listening to me and he's helping in the best ways that he can. And I get into a relationship once I'm back in school after my birthday. So sort of was it year 9? I think it was year 9. Yeah. So end of year 9, start of year 10, I get into this relationship. And let me tell you, I thought it was amazing at first. For the first 4 months, I'd say, I thought this was exactly what a relationship was supposed to be. And then everything that a person can do wrong in a relationship, he did. Like, literally everything. So that obviously caused a lot of problems for me as I was very, 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 very mentally scarred from this. I was, what, 13, 14? And being treated horribly, completely horribly, despicably horrible. And that obviously took a great toll on my mental health. And that's when I got put in DBT. And DBT was really, really helping me, and I thought it was great. Um, and then I got into another relationship with another really, really horrible boy, who was again treating me absolutely amazing at the beginning. He took me on expensive dates. He blah, 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 blah. But my first red flag was on my birthday, which was like a mere few months after being officially together with this boy. And he told he told me what we were doing for my birthday was going to get his new bike. So that concluded walking from the high school to my house, from my house to the opposite side of town, and then along the river up to the next town. Such a fun way to spend my birthday. And I was messaging my best friend about this at the time, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this has got to be a joke. Could you not have done this at any other day? Like, just another, as I was saying, literally any other day. And that should have been my roast fest flag. First red flag, and I should have ran at that point, but I didn't. I stayed for far too long. And I got out of that relationship in August of last year. And I'm so happy. I'm not happy, like, in general, because of him. I'm just happy to be out of that fucking relationship. But with coming out of that relationship became a so after I ended this relationship, this boy decided that I was his property and no one else can have me. If I can't have you, no one can. So, I obviously did not give a fuck at all. I thought that was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard in my life. And I would block him and I would get messages off his friends. I'd get thousands of fucking calls. I'd get threats. I'd get all sorts. So I found it easier to just keep the bastard on my phone and ignore him. Because if I didn't answer him, he'd just stop messaging. Do you know what I mean? So that was that. And I met my boyfriend. I met my current boyfriend. Um, who is an absolute angel and I love him so much and he's so cute and I would do anything for him. Um he got attacked by the ex-boyfriend. And that leads us to here today. That was a few months ago. Me and Tom are still together, obviously. Um, and yeah, because of that incident, I quit my job. I quit my job. I rarely leave the house. I don't really speak to anybody because I was so genuinely terrified because he finally did what he said he would do. He threatened loads of other things. He threatened me, my family, my friends, my house, literally everything. He threatened my dog. I'm a tortoise. Master Uguay had no part in this. I don't know why he had to be brought into it, but poor fella. So yeah, that leads us to today. I'm still terrified of leaving my house. I struggle leaving my house. I still don't really talk to anybody. A hair in my mouth. I'm sorry. And that leads us to today. So I have clearly collected mental problems like Pokemon cards because of all of this. Um, and I did DBT, I did CBT, I'm under a psychiatrist, and yeah, CAMS has been good for me the past 2 years, but before that, it was absolutely shocking. I definitely think it is a trial and error thing. But I think that's the same with any sort of therapy that you do. You are going to find counselors and people that you don't really click with, and that's kind of what you need. You just need that, like, safe space. And if you don't feel that, then obviously it's not going to help you. But yeah, I have clearly struggled a lot. And I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. I have hidden away so long because I was scared. I'm done with it. I am done with it. It's exhausting. It's really, really, really fucking exhausting. Having to hide yourself away all day, every day, being scared to leave the house. The most I can do is go get my brother from school, and that's around the corner, literally. Um, so yeah, this is like my first step forwards. What else is in my notes? Hold on. um, So yeah, but as well, growing up with diabetes, but not from a super early age, a kind of early age, but not like the people that get diagnosed when they're in like they're 5 years old. It's different. I wouldn't say it was a challenge. It's just I'm so sick of the statement. Are you sure you can eat that? Can you eat that? Can you do that? Can you eat? Yes, I can. It's not. I can't eat sugar. I just need to do insulin with it because my body doesn't break it down. But yeah, and through all that treacherous high school and relationship drama, um, my mother has been my shining superstar the whole way through, and I am so so grateful for her, and I love her so much because she is so amazing and she's so strong and I love her. I love my mum. I've also got quite bad separation anxiety from my mum. Um, she's in work and I miss her and I can't wait for her to come home and she's not home for like 3 more hours. Well, she'll be home when I post this, but it's currently like 5 to 2 and she's not home yet. So yeah. Um I don't know. I don't know if I need to make this longer or if I should just leave it here because it's like the first episode. It's like just a bit of a get to know me. Um, this is so weird. One thing that has stuck with me this whole time is dyeing my hair. and I love, 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 love dyeing my hair. I love it so much. I have had this color hair. I had blue hair. I had bleach blonde hair. I had blonde hair with with black in it. I had ginger hair. I've had other reds. I've had browns. I've had blacks. I had brown on top and I had bleached underneath. I had it the other way. I've had underneath dyed red. I've had just the ends of it. I've had like so many colors, and I love dyeing my hair because it's so fun. My mum's always dyed her hair, and I've always helped my mum dye her hair, so it's like a cute little bonding thing for us. Even though she hates helping me because I have so much hair, and I swear it just like all the hair dye just into my hair, and it's gone, and it doesn't look like it's saturated, and then it isn't saturated, and then you got to go over it again, and it's like 5 bottles of hair dye to dye my hair. Ugh, I need to fix my chair. I fixed my chair. And makeup as well. I know I'm not wearing a lot right now, but I love to do fun makeup. I love doing big eyeliner. I love putting mountains of eyeshadow on. I love caking my face in makeup. It's so fun, and like I hate the clean girl makeup trends or the strawberry makeup trends or the blueberry makeup. It's latte girl makeup. It's just brown eyeshadow and blush and a bit of highlighter. That's not fun. Bring 2016 makeup back. I want to see carved out brows, cut crease upon cut crease. I want to see halo cuts. I want everything. I want the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight. I want the brows. I want it back. I know I was like quite young then, but like still, the makeup just used to be so much more fun. And like I feel like the more older I'm getting, the more boring makeup's getting, and like it's affecting me. Like when I do my fun makeup, I'm like, it doesn't look right because I'm so influenced. I'm so easily influenced, and it's a really really bad thing. Um, like I literally got my septum piercing. I said to my friend, "Should I get a septum piercing?" And she goes, "Yeah," and I did. Then and there. So yeah, I'm not. I'm not happy about the whole. You know, no one really wears makeup anymore because it's so boring. And that's all I have to say about it. My mum just messaged me about doing insulin for my food, and I think that is a great excuse to tell you about diabetes. So bear with me. Okay, so this is my Omnipod's phone, which is my insulin pump, and I'm gonna do some insulin. Basically, an Omnipod is like a little pump system. It's stuck on my back. There's a little cannula in my skin, and as you can see, my blood sugars are a bit high. So I'm gonna do some insulin. I'm gonna just use my sensor because it's connected to my Dextrocom. I'm gonna put that in, and it's gonna give me insulin, the right amount that I need, and ta-da! Now I'm getting insulin. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but if you heard that little click, then that was my insulin pump. If you didn't, it clicked. Yeah. So that's really fun. Um, and honestly, if I could tell my little self anything, it would be get a fucking insulin pump because it has made my life so much easier. They're so much easier than injections. My legs are no longer bruised all the time, and it's just so much less work. Um, ah, I'm tired. Um, I recently got put on sertraline, and it is making me so drowsy. I am so tired all the time. If I don't do anything, I'm tired. If I do stuff, I'm tired. I feel like I just want to sleep all the time. Um, and but other than that, I've not really had any bad side effects from the sertraline. Oh, actually, I've had really bad acid reflux. The second I take my sertraline, like half an hour later, I'm screaming in agony. So I'm having to take a meprazole. And if you don't know what a meprazole is, it's actually really it's really not good for you. Um, they only say to use it in short doses because if you take it for too long, your stomach can rely on it, and then when you stop taking it, your stomach acid's like, rah, so you have to take it for like the rest of your life. So I'm a bit cautious about that. And I don't know. I really don't know what else to talk about. Let's have a look at our notes. I'm sure I put some things that like, because I just put like introduce yourself and like things that I wanted to talk about, but I've spoken about all of them. Oh, random things I know. I'm gonna tell you about my fruit bat theory. My fruit bat theory is that there are vegan vampires. Okay, here we go. So vampires, they drink the blood and they turn into bats. Fruit bats, right? They eat fruit. Coconut water or milk or whatever you want to call it. Coconut water can be used as a vital like replacement in a blood transfusion, which means that coconut water is the fruit's version of blood, which means that in theory, fruit bats are vegan vampires. And I have another one. It's my 9/11 and is the downfall of Ellen DeGeneres. I've spoke about this recently on my private story, and my boyfriend said that I sound like an idiot. But basically, 9/11 is indirectly the cause of the downfall of Ellen DeGeneres. So, 9/11 happens. Gerard Way sees this on his way to work and has the life-changing moment where he decides to create a band, My Chemical Romance. This band would be one of several which Stephanie Myers felt inspired by to write Twilight. Twilight had a lot of fan fiction, did it not? One of those was 50 Shades of Grey, which got turned into a movie starring Dakota Johnson. We love her. I fucking love Dakota Johnson. Every film that I see her in, I absolutely adore her. Love her. Dakota Johnson goes on the Ellen show not long after her career's kickstarted. And Ellen tries to call her out about not inviting her to her birthday party. Where Dakota responds, "No, I did invite you. You just didn't show up." And this exposing of Ellen DeGeneres led to loads of celebrities, former employees, current employees, to come forward about their own horrific experiences with Ellen. Indirectly, meaning 9/11 caused Ellen DeGeneres' downfall, because if Ellen hadn't said that to go, if 9/11 didn't happen, Gerard Way probably wouldn't have made My Chemical Romance, which probably means that Twilight would never be written, which means that 50 Shades of Grey would have never been written, which means Dakota Johnson probably would have ended up on the Ellen show when she did. Hence, Ellen wouldn't have been invited to her birthday. Those were my facts. I'm so sorry this is so bad. I promise I'm gonna try and get better at it. I just need to like get used to talking to my phone, I guess. And like having a conversation without the flow of a conversation, because you can't talk back to me. But I really hope that you watched this and you don't think that I'm crazy, and that you come back next week at the same time and you watch next week's. I promise it will be so much better than this one. This is just like my awkward introduction to put myself out there. Next week I'm gonna hopefully have a better, you know, load of things to talk about. If there's anything specifically that you think I should talk about, then let me know. Um, yeah. Bye.